Action!
Hi, I'm Brendan.
Hey, I'm Dalton.
And I'm Mary Beth.
So we're going to read a scene from one of my scripts I wrote. Me and Brendan did a scene.
Wait, do it again, I won't laugh.
Hey, I'm Brendan.
I'm Dalton.
I'm Dalton. Hey, I'm Brendan.
Hey, I'm Dalton.
And I'm Mary Beth.
What? How's it going? I'm Brendan.
I'm Dalton.
I'm Mary Beth.
So we're going to read a scene from my script that I wrote. Me and Brendan did a scene where Tommy and Everett, the two characters, were discussing girls and life and how they could move forward.
This
And
takes place before that.
the scene we're doing now is going to take place before that. So the girl they're actually talking about is this girl right here, who's Mary Beth, who's going to play Haley, and I'll be Everett, and you'll be...
I'm reading for the dad and also all the stage, like all the instructions, all the blocking and stuff.
So Brendan's going to read action lines and read for the dad.
Mm-hmm.
And so, in the scene, do you want to explain how the scene takes place, or like what?
Yeah,
how the characters get to where they are?
No, you do it.
Okay, fine.
I don't want to mess it up.
All right. So these two, Everett's the new kid on the block, or a new kid, and Haley, they befriended each other, and she realizes, oh, he's like a lonely kid, but she's also crushing on him. So
I mean, I like to think that she's kind of just being nice to him.
she's being nice, but she also kind of feels bad for him because he lives in a camper, and I don't know, just.
But she develops feelings.
She develops feelings for him, so she invites him to, like, hey, you're not doing anything for New Year's, come to my house for New Year's. We'll play cards, we'll eat, we'll have a good time. So after, like, they eat and have a good time at the grandparents' house, the scene starts, they're walking back to Haley's house, and the scene goes from there.
You gotta make it clear that Haley's house and grandparents' house are, like, basically the same property.
Yeah.
So they're not like...
So it's like how do I explain this? Like, so we have the grandparents' house, Haley's house, like it's with walking distance of each other, like right
and then
next
there's
to
like
each other.
a drive, right, with the car.
Yeah, and there's like a long driveway from Haley's house to the grandparents' house that the characters will walk on back.
Because his truck was parked at the other one. I was a little confused the first time I read it. I was like, why did he park so far?
So I guess like in the scene, like Everett pulls his truck up, he parks at the grandparents' house, goes in there, has a good time, walks back with Haley and her family, where the scene starts, to her house, and they walk back down the long driveway back to his truck. And so I feel like we're making it too complicated. Is that complicated?
I mean, I think that's an accurate setup.
I guess,
for
so.
Why is it funny?
I don't know, it's just funny. Well, so anyways, now we're going to perform the scene for you.
I'm ready, so let's do this. Woods nearby. Night. New Year's Eve, and it's almost midnight. Everyone's walking back from game night at the grandparents' house next door. We see Haley's dad and mom, Haley's older sister and sister's boyfriend leading the way down the trail through the woods. We see Haley and Everett walking together, following but lagging behind.
Your family's cool.
They're alright.
Really, they're very nice.
Thanks.
I think it's interesting. They let someone they hardly know feel so welcome.
It's not like they don't know you.
What do you mean?
Like, they go to all your basketball games, watch you play. They know you from the quiz team. And I'm always telling them how I have to give this poor kid a ride sometimes. But really, they do love watching you play basketball.
Cool.
Later. Everett and Haley enter into the house. It's an open concept design much like her grandparents' house. They enter into the living area made up of the kitchen, dining, and living area. We see Haley's mom and dad on one couch, and Haley's older sister and her boyfriend on the other couch. They are watching iCarly. Haley walks past the couches and disappears down a hallway. Everett gets confused and just holds back. He's standing awkwardly behind the couches. Haley's dad breaks the silence. Hey, it's midnight, everyone! Everett thinks nothing of it until he sees Haley's mom and dad share a kiss. Then he sees the sister and her boyfriend share a kiss. Haley returns from the hallway. She walks over and stands by Everett. They stand there a moment, awkwardly.
I think I better get back out of here. My dad's gonna worry.
Everett starts for the door. Haley follows.
Okay, I'll walk you out.
Thank you for having me.
You're leaving, Everett? They shake hands.
Yeah, I better get back home to my dad.
Okay. Be safe out there. Everett and Haley continue out of the house. Later, we see Everett and Haley walking down the dirt road back to his truck.
Thanks for inviting me.
Thanks for coming. For a while there, I thought you weren't going to show up.
You afraid I was gonna forget?
That, and you seem like the kind of person who's used to being alone.
Yeah, there's probably some truth to that.
They make it to Everett's truck. Everett opens the door but stops. He stands there holding the door halfway open. Haley stops close by.
But hey, I do enjoy being around people.
Well, I hope these people didn't drive you crazy.
Not at all. They're really nice. You're very lucky, you know, to have such a good family. Do you need a ride back to your house?
No, I'm fine. I can walk.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm fine. I can walk.
Freaking come on, get in the truck. Let's go.
Okay, fine.
Later, we see Everett's truck pull off the road onto a backcountry dirt road. Everett is driving with Haley in the passenger seat. The truck is picking up speed, throwing dust behind it.
Hold on.
The truck speeds up more. Then Everett cuts the wheel, pulling the e-brake at the same time. The truck drifts sideways and makes a complete 180. Then we see the tires peel out, throwing gravel behind it. We see the truck pull back onto the paved road. The truck slows down to a reasonable speed. Everett looks over at Haley.
You okay?
Haley seems unscathed.
Why wouldn't I be?
Okay.
I'm gonna miss this.
Yeah?
Yeah, things like this, being young, having fun, being with friends, stuff like this.
You think you miss high school?
Maybe. Definitely miss some people.
Do you want to go to college?
I want to, yeah. And also, maybe try out for a collegiate cheer team or something.
Yeah?
Yeah, and if I don't like it, well, at least I've tried, right? Do you miss them, those back in New York?
I do. But they went away and here I am.
Just you, your dad, and a camper.
Yeah. And some alright people.
Surely we're not that bad.
It's funny you say you miss doing things like this.
Why?
Because you know this will end. You already know that one day you'll be off doing other things.
Well, everyone knows that.
But not everyone realizes it, and even fewer accept it.
I can agree with that. I think change is hard. It can be hard. But it's important to know that things are temporary. Nothing's going to last. And when it's time to move on, you move on. But that doesn't mean that I can't enjoy this moment with you or high school or the friends I have now. I understand that one day it'll all go away. But then it's even more important for me or you to keep moving forward.
Everett nods in agreement. He's speechless from her wisdom.
So, you may miss New York and your people there, but you're here and you're still going, and I think that's great.
Haley smirks at Everett. There's a long moment between the two.
I'll miss this too.
And it's okay to miss things.
Everett nods his head in agreement.
We just can't let them hold us back.
Yeah.
End of scene.
Yeah!
Sorry I cut you off. That last line.
Oh,
It's
man.
fine.
Okay, good.
There were a few pauses where I had another line and I just didn't read it.
Yeah, but then you caught them all though, right?
I think so.
I think, yeah, you caught them all. So I thought you did good.
Thanks.
Well, what do we
I
have to?
feel like that went fairly well. That went good.
Yeah.
That was good.
Really, you feel like you did a good job?
No, but
It's a cold read.
I'm not an actor, but I read it, so.
Hey, you are now.
Yeah, you are now.
We didn't laugh that much, so that was a plus.
Yeah, we.
Okay, come on, you gotta have some deeper reflections about that to put in the video.
Well, here I could say this. Also, like, by the way, like, Haley that Mary Beth was reading for is actually based off her, and she actually helped me write this script. So
I mean, don't give me that much credit. He asked me questions about what.
yeah, but I asked you questions about like the character and like what's trying to get into like I guess your head because it's like because I know like how you probably would react, but I didn't know like what your bigger I guess end goal would be.
Yeah, like you thought you knew me, but you didn't really.
Yeah, and I didn't, but I think I got your needs and wants correct. Come on.
Yeah.
Like.
Yep.
I got your needs and wants correct.
You got that right.
So thank you, Mary Beth, and thank you, Brennan, for being here like always. You know. So yeah.
Thanks for driving to my place and getting lost.
In the middle of nowhere.
That way I didn't have to drive back again today.
Anyways, yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, we're living fast and free.